Hello, welcome everyone to Race Week 11 podcast. On the call today, we have the same crowd from last week, but a new guy on the cast. So it's myself, Terry. I'm the operations manager. We have Jeremy, our creative guy. Ben is the MD, and Keith is also the MD. So Keith, if you just want to say some words, maybe.
It's an absolute honor to be on the Crosscast. Thank you very much. After having Kiri on the first week, I was really looking forward to who you guys might be snagging for episode 2. Then I found out it was me. So talk about starting at the top and then instantly hitting rock bottom for number 2. But anyway, I'll do my
Don't be
best.
silly.
So I had the idea quite a few years ago to do a motorsport crossover game. I just found all the singular ones just don't work for me. Like there's not much variety and it's just kind of boring. So I thought I'll have a go at doing it myself and see what we come up with. And here we are, basically.
I created something special, Keith, and
Thank you very much.
sharing it with the world is exactly what we're going to do.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's worth saying that the final product is now fully functional. You can play it online. You can install your web app if you're an Android user. So everything's working, and we are going through each week with a high degree of success. So well done.
Yeah, no, there's more to come, but we're happy with where we are at the moment. Sure.
So as you can see today, we just had race week 11, where we had 7 races from 5 franchises. So lots of action to talk about. And then we roll into this week now, race week 12, where we've got 4 races from 3 franchises. So NASCAR again carries on. It's a race every week, more or less. But we've got MotoGP at a new circuit, and also Formula E at a new circuit. So all good stuff to come. Right. So do you want to talk about Formula One?
Start with F1.
It was an eventful race, very eventful. We got the youngest ever pole sitter, Kimi Antonelli.
Formula One, yeah, Mercedes dominated, didn't they? Massively. Russell won the first race, Antonelli won the second race. They were easily quicker than the Ferraris. The Ferraris tried to challenge them a little bit, but they had the pace on track. Antonelli became the second youngest winner ever at 19 years and 6 months. But he also got his first pole. Again, it's a very young pole. It was a composed win, but he did almost throw it away towards the end where he locked up into the hairpin, which was a squeaky bum moment. What did people think about McLaren not starting, and Piastri hasn't done a race lap yet?
I feel like Jeremy ate his words from last week with his Piastri can't do it again.
I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, now
Yeah.
I'm thinking, do I pick him again? Next time. Is he going to do it 3 times in a row? I don't know. I don't know when
Third
the
time
next one is.
impossible, Jeremy. You pick him. Should be
Yeah,
fine.
well, that's what I figured. I'm assuming his price is going down, Keith.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he's dropping. Yep.
Yeah. So I was very surprised that he let me down again. But I don't think it was his fault. I think it's the team. It's the car, isn't it? Not him, the driver. He didn't crash this time. So
Yeah, lots of problems to sort out, McLaren. Obviously, defending champions.
Max Verstappen retired as well. Yeah, he came through the field a little bit and then had to retire the car. His radio message didn't sound good. He didn't seem happy with what was happening, and he's not got a competitive car this year. I know last year he didn't, but he still managed to make it work. This year things are a lot harder for him.
They were all much closer last year, so he could make the difference. This year it's a bit more spread out, so there's not so much he can do. But he'll find a way, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sure he'll come back.
Hadjar spun, didn't he? For that Red Bull, whether that was his fault or the car having issues, not enough grip, not the right tyres. Red Bull just not competing. McLaren, like you said, not starting. The Ferraris, and it's a Ferrari-Mercedes battle at the moment, isn't it? So
It seems it's going to be that way for a long
too
time.
strong in the race. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, McLaren quite notoriously don't start the season well and then develop very well into the season. They didn't have to last year because they had it straight out of the box, but they're usually very good at playing catch up. So hopefully they can get into the fight.
I'm sure they will. And what about Aston Martin? Lots of problems for them.
I saw Alonso letting go of the steering wheel on the straights. I think they recorded him doing it 5 times on various laps. Really struggling with that vibration through the wheel. The engine's still not there. Stroll retiring as well. That car does not look good. The team is not happy. Alonso having a mare with Honda engines again.
Again, yeah.
Not good for them at all.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
there's
the
nothing
chassis
they can
could
do
be quite
about it
good.
because it's the power unit. So yeah.
The chassis could be quite good, couldn't it?
Hmm.
Just don't know at the moment.
It probably is. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was going to say, Adrian Newey's probably created the most amazing chassis on the grid, but if he hasn't got the engine to match it, then what can you do? Not a lot.
yeah. And I think, did Cadillac hit each other at some point? Did anyone see that?
I
Obviously
think
not.
they did. Yeah, I think did Perez just sort of got into Bottas? Did he? I think so.
Yeah, so Formula One Academy, it was their first race of the season. I didn't see that one. But Keith, I understood you watched it. How'd it go?
Yep, it was really good. It was really good. I was impressed. Last year, I feel like there were quite a few outstanding drivers who, when they did a reverse grid, they just flied past all the others. And the ones at the back were about 2 seconds, 3 seconds off the pace, and it wasn't really that good for them. This year, I think the quality, it's all compressed. Maybe they don't have the standard that they had with Pan and Wei, who were just mullering through the field all the time. They've still got really good drivers, but the ones at the back are quick now as well. So there's not much time gap between anyone. There was one driver that they hadn't announced until about a day before the practice began, and I was going out of my mind because I couldn't put them in there for people to pick. And I was all ready to hate this person, even though it's probably none of their fault. And it's a girl called Natalia Granada, and I've got to say she was amazing. She qualified 7th, which put her second for the reverse grid for the first race. And I was just ready to be embarrassed for her when it all went horribly wrong for her, and nothing did. She got it off the line well. She kept up with Gaidman and even put her under pressure at one stage. And I was just like, wow, she's never driven a race car before. She's straight out of go-karts. They threw her straight in, and she was amazing. Honestly, the best debut I've seen since Hamilton, probably. So that was a big talking point for me.
Big shoes to fill.
Alba, yeah, so she held on the second all the way through the sprint race, and got a podium first time out. Alba Larsen, on the other hand, she was really quick in qualifying. She started the main race second. She got a lightning start, took the lead, running away with it, and then safety car came out, and she slowed everyone down. And when she booted it, I think she was a bit worried that Felbermeyer was catching her before, so she was a bit under pressure. And yeah, she boosted it into the last corner, completely misjudged her grip, and went straight into the gravel. And I don't know, came out about 7th or 8th, and just it got worse from there. So that was really unfortunate for her. She's a great driver, but makes way too many mistakes. She lost her front wing in the sprint race, and she spun from the lead last year as well. She just needs to cut out the mistakes, and then she'll have a good championship shot. But yeah, definitely watch out for Granada. That's what I would say.
Will explain my lack of points from Larson then. Up to a very shoddy 7th place from a 2nd place grid start. Not happy about that, so I don't think I'll be picking her again.
No, maybe not. The only other point was Jade Jacquet. completely misjudged her braking and went straight into the Lego car and took the Lego car apart.
Is it actually
Which,
made of
Check
Lego?
that my team.
Actually made a Lego, yeah.
I don't know if it was an official quote, but apparently she claimed that the Lego car blocked her. Um,
God, that's-
Oh, I knew a pun was coming. I knew it. I just knew it.
but yeah, that concludes the Formula One Academy report.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And then obviously Sunday late afternoon we had the IndyCar, which was I thought was a really good race. Kirkwood won, Palau second, Power third. Palau had the lead actually for quite a while, but then Kirkwood called him up at the end. But it was, the top four positions were all Hondas, so that's good for them, unlike the Formula One. But yeah, lots of varying strategies as normal with IndyCar. Obviously, the two pit stops they normally do. The circuit was very bumpy, it's tough to overtake. There was tight technical corners, but then a very very long straight as well.
Yeah.
And what I found really quite funny was the pit lane exit came straight out into the first corner on the racing line. So there's a few incidents. I think Newgarden hit Schumacher at one point, but it was always a bit sketchy as they came out the pits. But it was quite entertaining, even though there wasn't much overtaking. And I think now Kirkwood leads the championship ahead of Palau. But it's it's a long way to go. It's all very very close. Did you watch it at all?
It was
Yeah,
good.
we caught a bit of it, didn't we, Keith? I think it was a new circuit. You know what to expect on a new circuit for anybody. But yeah, Kirkwood, he looked really good at the end, and when he took Palau, it was game over. He just disappeared, and Palau was the favourite, obviously, going into circuits like that. He's generally pretty good, and yeah, Will Power, I think he led for most of the race, didn't he? Did he have the longest laps led, Keith?
I don't know off the top of my head, but he
Yeah, I
was
think
certainly
he
up there.
was.
All the Andretti's, they came
Well,
first, third, and fourth, so they had a really good showing as a team.
It's a good
but
result.
like you say, Terry, yeah, it was a good mix of slow, like harsh corners, and then that massive long straight. Entertaining, really. Like, it's nice to see a new street circuit hit the grid and stuff. And yeah, it was in Texas. I wish I had my cowboy hat on right now. I would literally be swinging it round, loving every moment of anything American related. So
Yeah, the
yeah,
lap
really
led
good, yeah.
actually was three people led the most laps, which I've never
Oh,
actually
really?
seen before. Yeah, Palau led 16, Kirkwood led 16, and Power led 16. So
Wow.
shared out the double points on that.
I was
So
going to say, do they all get points for that then? It's not,
yeah, you get a point if you lead a lap, and then you get an extra point if you lead the most. So all three of them get that extra point.
nice.
Ericsson
good.
led 15, so lost out by one lap.
Oh, was it
So happy
15?
I didn't have any one of those in my team. That's fantastic. Great.
Yeah,
What about
it's more
NASCAR?
strategy in IndyCar.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
I love talking NASCAR, and we had a bit of a mess up in that Keith got the timings wrong on the NASCAR, and I sat down at 9 o'clock to watch said race, and we were 86 laps in. So I missed the start, which is my favourite part of the NASCAR. I then had to hunt on my phone for, obviously, the Grand Marshal start your engines. Found it, posted it. If you were on our Instagram, you would have seen it on our story. It was the lead singer of the heavy metal rock band Korn, and he just went mental on it, which was the only way to announce a NASCAR race in my eyes. And then, yeah, we had a quick catch up on what was going on. Hamlin, I picked Hamlin, just saying, obviously picked up a speeding penalty. And when we came on to the actual race itself, we were 86 laps in. Hamlin was down in 30th from second place on the grid start. And I'm saying to Keith, what's going on? This is ridiculous. You've made me miss a start. Hamlin's way back there. What's happened? And then all went right with the world, and Hamlin came back very strong. I think him and Chase Elliott were just on an absolute screamer. And yeah, it was quite a nice little fight towards the end. There was a little caution and stuff, but yeah, Hamlin kind of brought it home, and it was quite an emotional win for him, I think. They talked about his father, and it was his 61st win in NASCAR. So yeah, Hamlin deserves a championship. He was robbed of it last season, but
True.
yeah, he drove really well. And there wasn't too much action. Well, when we caught it, there wasn't too many cautions.
No, there was some good racing, 3 wide for quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's very possible that the start was moved forward because of the weather. They did that for the IndyCar because I don't make
Okay,
mistakes.
that's what your excuse is.
Excuse. You get out of trouble. Did you have Hamlin on your team, Ben?
I did have Hamlin. Yeah, I picked Hamlin because I knew he was strong at this circuit. Larson has won it the most over the last decade or so, but Hamlin's won it a few times. So's Joey Logano, all kind of favourites of mine. I also picked the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain, and he totally let me down. Not very happy with him. So if Ross, you're watching, can you sort your life out, please, and get back up there? I'd like to see you smash a watermelon over a racetrack. That's the whole point, right?
He got in a fight with Suarez at the end of the race, so you must have been happy about that.
Yeah, I was happy about that actually. Logged onto my Insta and immediately saw a clip of Chastain squaring up to Suarez in the pits, ready for a punch up, and then someone got in the way, and it was boring. But
Absolute jokers.
always up for a bit of UFC stroke NASCAR. Hence my reasons for watching it. But no, it was a good race. Vegas never lets you down, and yeah, congratulations to Hamlin taking the win.
Yeah, I had Hamlin based on your tips, so thanks for that.
Love
He
it.
was probably one of the only people I picked that did any good everywhere. My team was shocking this week. Anyway,
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, if you've seen where Ben is overall in the league, Jeremy, you shouldn't be taking Ben's tips.
I'm sorry, but when you picked, Ogier in the World Rally, who's a 9-time world champion, and then he retires the car on the second to last stage along with all the other Toyotas. Not much I can do about my points there, Keith, is there? So,
I went
You did beat us
with
always, didn't you?
top picks on my for my WRC picks with Ogier and Solberg, and yeah, both of them. Solberg didn't end up too bad, but
big money on WRC, rightly so. Quality drivers, quality car. Oh no, the 3 top Toyota guys retire and get us no points. That's fantastic. Yeah.
It was unforeseen circumstances, wasn't it? It was very wet.
Yeah.
Like,
Kiri Bloor, who was on the podcast last week, she warned us of the treacherous conditions, and she didn't. It didn't disappoint, did it? I don't know how many stages everyone watched, but there were some stages where it was ultra dry, really rocky, and then very next stage it's like a total flood bog, and they're barely moving, aren't they? They're literally squirming through these swamps. And yeah, some of the imagery. I think Sami Padre, there was a helicopter shot of a side view of him, like full bore, out of nowhere, hits a pothole, tears the tyre off. The tyre just rips the entire rear end of the car off, and he just pulls over, gets out, and's like, "Oh, where's the back end of my car gone?" Like, yeah, it was really horrific. So
yeah, and he had it good because he came third.
When I logged back into the next stage the next day, and he was up to third, I thought, "What? How's he managed this?" But yeah, no, it was mental.
I love watching the cars come into the garages and like the technical teams, almost having to kind of rebuild them because they were in such a mess. Pieces. Fantastic.
They really earned their money that weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously on day 3, the big 3 Toyotas all retired, didn't they? So I think Solberg and Ogier had damaged alternators from all the mud, and then Evans ripped his rear wheel and suspension off. So if you'd gone out for the day and come back, you would have just seen it all change on that day 3. But they all got back in, didn't they, for Super Sunday on day 4? which I didn't know they could do that, but they obviously are able to re-enter, obviously
I think
down
they
on
take a
time.
time penalty on stages they miss. Yeah, I think.
Was it a time
Yeah,
penalty? Okay,
I think that's what you get to get back into it. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, the rain looks really heavy, and obviously the mud was
Oh,
horrendous.
it's
Um,
crazy. Like you say, with Ogier's, like his whole suspension armor was ripped off, wasn't it?
Mhm.
yeah,
Some of the shots that you saw after that, I saw some stuff on Instagram, just his car being dragged off the back of a low loader, and the team was, like Jeremy said, just staring at it, thinking, "What are we supposed to do with that?" Just
But it was really good for
rebuild back into the
Katsuta.
car.
He definitely deserves a win. He's been really solid recently, and yeah, it was good. He was emotional at the end of that.
Yeah,
yeah. It was good to see. It was his 94th attempt at a win, so
Hmm.
got there eventually.
Yeah,
Lucked in, obviously. You've got to take luck in motor racing.
yeah.
And it was
Well,
good for Hyundai to get a second place because they've been off the pace
mhm.
with 4 miles.
Cool.
Should we look at our teams?
absolutely.
Mhm.
Shall we look at them because I beat all three of you?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew Ben's ego would go out.
Well, I'm sorry. About 10 minutes ago, you said that where was I in the global league?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
that doesn't matter because I beat you this week. End of.
probably the first time you've beaten any of us, and it had to be the one where I came on a podcast.
Yeah, good.
Can you see the screen all right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we can see that my points are more than all of yours. Yes, we can see that.
Not
Well,
really
I
by
did
much,
I
is
did
it?
come last.
Not even by 10 points.
Doesn't matter.
It was all quite close this week. Obviously, Hamlin helped you out. I did well with Russell and the IndyCar boys. You know, Keith did well across the board, really. And then Jeremy had Hamlin, Bell, and Wallace. Well, Wallace only got 6, but yeah, it was all very
Yeah, that
close to
sort
the
of
end.
plagued me a bit. I mean, my WRC was, well, I think it all went wrong there. I picked bloody Piastri again, thinking that was a sure thing. And I'll be very honest, I don't really know very much about F1 Academy, so I was guessing there.
But yeah, no, it was all right. It was a good scores, and the person who won this week didn't really know a lot about racing, so that was good. It shows that it's a nice, easy game to play. Anyone can play it, and anyone can win it. So that was a bonus, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah,
had both the Mercedes drivers, didn't she? Very strong. Picked up good points in the. Well, she had 3 F1 drivers, and she got the top 3, didn't she? So top 4,
Yeah.
sorry. And then yeah, Malukas picked her up some great points, which was irritating. And yeah, she picked the winner in Formula One Academy. Like you say, it was a total monopoly of who's going to do well and when. And yeah, it's Carl Larson, obviously class NASCAR driver, picking up standard points. And she dodged the rally, hence why she did well, because I think everyone else didn't dodge the rally. And yeah, she picked up a few points in rally, but we all got hurt on our teams with
Mm.
the spending in rallies. I think Jeremy, you must have spent half your budget on 2 rally drivers.
I did go heavy on,
Yeah.
Piastri.
Well,
Piastri was a
normally
bit
smart.
cheaper, but yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was
lesson
unlucky.
learned, I think.
Brutal. But she nearly broke the. I think Keith and I were discussing a little gimmick in the game called the 100 Club, where you get an automatic entry into the 100 Club once you break 100 points in a weekend.
it's a good idea.
And,
Yeah, there's only 2 people have done it so far, and she nearly made it, but 98, not quite.
yeah.
Unlucky.
But yeah, I think it's hard to get that because the consistency over multiple sports is what makes it so unique, isn't it? You know, you could have this immense knowledge of one of our series and do really well in it, but then you got to just kind of guess at what there is in the other stuff. And as you get through the season, I've spoken to a couple of people that play it, say they only follow Formula One, but they, you know, guessed at stuff, and then they did a little bit of research, and they've now got an interest in something else, and that's exactly what we're about, isn't it? You know, you play your
Absolutely.
standard sport that you love, but it forces you into other areas, and suddenly you become a fan of something completely different. And
Yeah.
that's the angle, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's easier to score bigger points when there's more series in play. So if there's only 2, it would be very difficult. But there was 5, wasn't there? I think this
Yeah.
weekend just gone. So yeah, if you get it right, then you're in there. She was smart going for the top Formula One guys. I stayed away from it, thinking they haven't really worked out all the reliability stuff. Jeremy, as you found out. But as it turned out, Mercedes and Ferrari were bulletproof, so she did well picking them. I thought, yeah, you got to stay off it until they've actually bedded those cars in and understood the rules properly.
I think
and got those
Mercedes is
cars
the smart
watertight.
choice. Mercedes is the smart choice at the moment. They might kind of stuck someone like Monaco, a different kind of circuit, but most
Yeah,
circuits I think will suit them. So it's a good choice to
yeah.
have both drivers in.
George actually had problems in qualifying, nearly didn't get a lap in Q3 because there was a problem with the steering wheel or something like that. So they're not bulletproof yet, but he's not had problems in the race, so that's the important thing for him.
Yeah,
I think that my favourite thing I found on social media relating to the F1 was a clip of Toto Wolff just smirking at the camera at the end of the race because he had Bono, Hammy, Kimi, and George all on the podium, and it was this caption of it's his perfect team, basically. And he's still like supporting Hamilton secretly behind the scenes. So yeah, there's been a lot of interesting little gifs and silly videos of Toto just loving the podium, saying that it's his podium and he's the guy that created what was up there. And he's not wrong, really, is he? He took a risk on Kimi, and it's now paying off. What will be interesting is who will they back when you get further down the line? Will they back George or will they back Kimi? It's going to be a tight fight between them all season, and yeah, I can't wait for it to start unraveling a bit. And I can't see George just moving to the side and letting Kimi through if he's doing well in the championship. It's going to be another, Lando on the radio. Oh, can you just let him through? No, I'm not letting him through. He's a young rookie. It's not happening.
I don't think Kimi's ready for that, to be honest. I don't think he'll be anywhere near George come halfway, honestly.
I don't know
He's
if he's
quick,
got the
but
car. If he's got the car, anything's possible, isn't it?
yeah, maybe.
It was the same with Hamilton and Alonso back at McLaren. Hammy
True,
was
actually.
young
Yeah.
for the sport, and Alonso didn't want to do it, did he? But Hammy just bettered him, and it happened. So yeah, I'm a big Kimi fan, not so much a George fan. So I'm Team Kimi. Let's go.
Did you see
What,
when they announced Antonelli on the podium? They called him Kimi
Yeah,
Raikkonen.
yeah.
I don't know if
the
that was
Raikkonen.
fake AI, but if it is real, I mean that's shocking. Getting his name wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's
they got it
definitely
wrong.
real. Yeah, it's real. We went on the Mercedes F1 Insta page, and they had posted it, and they were showing Kimi's reaction to the actual announcement, and Keith and I then researched it, and yeah, the Sky Sports presenter got it wrong. It's
Shocking.
quite amusing. So yeah, it's good to see Kimi Raikkonen back in the winning, podiums.
Yeah, awesome. We all love Kimi Raikkonen.
We all love the Iceman.
Yeah. So moving on then to week 12, we've got 3 series running. Formula E are going to Jarama, which is north of Madrid. And it's quite a famous circuit for hosting F1 races back in the 70s. So they've not been there before. I think they did actually a test in 2024. But it's going to be a new circuit basically for the Formula E cars. Quite a twisty venue, but all kind of flowing. The circuit layout looks quite flowing. And the lap record's 100 miles an hour, so it's not slow either. And I think, is it right, Keith Verline leads a title, but it's quite close between him and Mortara.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the actual points. I know what our points are, and Verline's just ahead of Mortara, and then Roland and Cassidy are right behind. But it's
Okay.
pretty close. It's usually close in Formula E. It's a good series. I do like it. But yeah, there could be dramas in Jarama, hopefully.
Who
I
let
love your
him on
one-liners,
this
Keith.
podcast? Who? Jesus
I'm just trying to make sure I don't get invited back, to be honest.
Keith's podcasting days over.
Yeah, cut that out, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, it looks like a good twisty circuit in that their attack mode stuff with the whole, the gimmicks of the boost power over a certain amount of time. I think you're going to see a lot of overtakes, which could cause a lot of carnage. We might see a few crashes, but that big long straight, that looks like it will, there could be some high-end overtakes. Also, maybe people not stopping at the end of it in time, and a bit of lunging maybe.
It'll be good fun. I don't like the street circuits for Formula E now. I think the cars have evolved to the point where you need to put them on proper tracks, and then you get the best out of the racing.
Yeah, agreed. Normal circuits, because some of those street circuits are a little bit Mickey Mouse, aren't they? A bit twisty and tight, and they want to open their legs a bit.
The London circuit is so tight, and there wasn't a lot of overtaking. I think it made it really hard. Like Keith said, I think they seem wider, the cars this season. I don't know if the Gen 3 car is wider than their last Gen 2 stuff, but it just seemed like they weren't getting as many overtakes in on circuits like that where it's so tight. It'll be interesting this year, this next race, to see them on a track, like you say.
Yeah, now they've got four-wheel drive and extra boost with the attack mode. It just it makes it so much fun to watch. It's really good.
And Gen 4 coming next year, they're going to be faster still. So I'm not sure how fast, but they're going to be faster. So that's going to be quite exciting. And then Jeff Doss was talking about Gen 5 a few years away again, up to kind of Formula 1 speed, which would be unbelievable if that happens. But I did hear that the London race this summer is possibly going to be the last one they do there, as they move on to different circuits around the world, different global fan bases. There's just the one race of Formula E, but MotoGP, obviously, again, a new circuit in Brazil. They've got two races this weekend. It's called the Ayrton Senna International or something.
I've named it after him. It's good. Yeah.
Guyana. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct. Guyana. But it's in central Brazil. They've not been there for a while. I don't think since 1989. But again, there's another sort of flow-in circuit with a very, very long straight. It's mainly used for, club racing, kind of, circuit, stock cars, that sort of thing. Yes, there's no race last year to have a look at. But it should be open for all.
My strategy. I always look at last year's winner at whatever circuit we're at, base my picks around that. But then the first race this year, last year, Alex Marquez fighting like mad, and then they turn up to the race, one of them falls off, the other one doesn't finish, then another one falls off in the second. It was just like, where have the Marquez boys gone? And then out of nowhere, Acosta getting his first race win, Bezzecchi looking awesome on that. I'm like, it's just, there's not a lot to base on actually going into this race, so your picks are going to be really hard to do.
I looked at it. They have used it before, but it was back in 1989, the last time they used it for MotoGP.
Yeah.
And Kevin Schwantz won, so that's not really going to help you for your picks for sure.
Okay, well I'll go back there and see. How old was Alex Marquez and Marc Marquez then? What, 5, 4?
Probably weren't even born.
Probably.
They were probably on motorbikes, but just not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's pronounced Goiânia. So for those of you who don't like flying, I hear that you can actually get there if you walk through the correct wardrobe.
Oh God, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Prepare me for these things. It gives me too much time to research jokes.
Keith, very good. I like it. Keep it up.
No worries.
But there's a new, there's a local rider, Diogo Moriara. Again, I hope I got that right. But I'll be putting him in my team just because he's the local hero, and he'll be pumped up to go.
Yeah, I think with Acosta's first win, I think he'll be on it, and I think he's got a lot to prove in that he's kind of rumoured for that Ducati seat next year with Marquez, and he's got to keep the pressure on to obtain that seat. So I think I might look at him. I'm not going to give too much away. Jeremy seems to copy more picks at the moment, so yeah.
And NASCAR moves to Darlington, which is an egg-shaped oval, 1.3 miles. One corner's tighter than the other, so I guess setup here is quite critical to get those two corners right. Last year Hamlin won with Byron second. Don't know if you'll be going for Hamlin again, Ben.
I don't know. With NASCAR, it's very unlikely that they win 1, 2, 3 in a row. Tyler Reddick's the total anomaly of that this year.
Very rare.
But it's very rare. So yeah, I always tend to try and chop and change, but I have like a top 5 that I just love, and it'll always be one of those guys will be in my team, and then there'll be a random outsider that comes in. But
I was going to say, you don't chop and change. You might change Larson for Logano and then Logano for Larson. That's the only chopping and changing.
It's still a change. But yeah, I'm big on Chastain smashing a watermelon, so I need him to win. So I'm going to back him until he wins, and then, like Keith says, I'll probably pick between Hamlin, Larson, and Logano because they're just my guys. Can't help it. They just happen to be, NASCAR champions, except Hamlin. And yeah, Byron, he's good. Bell, it's never happening. I've never been better at my team. Just saying.
He was third last year.
I know, and he's so strong. It's irritating how strong he is. He's always up there. He's always in the top kind of 10. He's always pushing everyone. He's a young driver. He's got a great car under him, a great team, and he will bring it. But no, I think I'm going to support Logano. I literally love Logano. He's going in my team. End of. So. Yeah, I loved it. It was good last year. I remember it, and yeah, it's a quick circuit, really quick.
Apparently, overtaking is a bit more difficult because there's one racing line due to the shape of the track, and the surface is very abrasive, so tyre management could be critical.
Yeah, if they're putting a load of marbles up there, you can't run the high line, I suppose.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a technical, tough race. So we'll try and watch that. But a bit of breaking news this week is that the WRC is returning to Great Britain in 2027 after not being there for 6 or 7 years, or maybe 8 years. We were talking, weren't we, last week about it maybe being in Ireland in the future, but Scotland threw me. So it's going to be based out of Aberdeen. I'll be going up there whenever it's on. But it's going to run to the new rules, which is slightly less power, unfortunately, and a cost cap, 1.6 litre internal combustion engines with turbo, four-wheel drive. But that's going to be a bit of rule stability for 10 years. So hopefully should be more manufacturers involved. But if you guys fancy a trip up to Aberdeen, it won't be as cold as Sweden. So I'm sure we could go and watch them. That's it for me, really. Anyone else want to add anything?
Well, I've been scribbling notes here, basically. I've been listening to you and Keith, Ben and Keith about what you've been saying about your drivers. So I've got lots of tips for my team this coming week.
Well, you can't pick Piastri, so you should be fine.
Well, I would obviously pick Piastri if he was racing, but, I'm going to keep picking him till we win.
Your Piastri's jinx, Jeremy. I feel like every time you put him in your team, he just doesn't show up.
He's going to come knocking. You're the reason he's having bad performances.
Okay, so thank you everyone for attending our Crosscast today for review of week 11. Thanks all for coming. We're obviously going to be watching week 12's races. The prize this week for all subscribers of the game is tickets to the World Superbikes in Portugal at the fantastic Portimao circuit. So get your picks in. Hopefully you'll win and try and beat Ben because he's too arrogant. So thanks very much.
It's all about NASCAR, baby.